First of all, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah, can you present yourself as a rapper?
Do I present myself as a rapper?
That's it.
No, I think more than anything, I'm probably a musician. I'm naturally inclined to sing, so it's rap sort of became a passion of mine because I couldn't do it. And once I've gotten like obviously progressively better, I don't know, I just think of it as another area in which I'm capable of expressing myself, but I would definitely overall call myself a musician.
Okay, so you started with singing before rapping, that's it. Okay, and for you, what is the biggest influence in terms of music? I know that Kanye and Eminem play a key role for your inspiration.
There's Paramore, Kings of Leon, Train, New Radicals. Tracy Chapman is probably one of the most colossal figures in my life in regards to music and the type of music that I wish to make. Sia too as well. So yeah, my taste is all over the place, but all of it is really inspirational.
Very eclectic, very, you know, diverse. Good thing. Okay, so you came up with different flow, different style that you went mainstream doesn't know before. How you can define it?
The fun part about that is that there is no defining it. I think I came up with it in a meticulous fashion because I didn't want people to be able to define it. I wanted it to be genre defying at most, you know. And I think we achieved that, especially with Dirty Gold, you know, coming out. Like, you listen to the album, you don't hear a hip-hop album. It's not a rap album. It's very, very, very multi-genre and multifaceted. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you think about the new generation MCs, especially for females? There is a lot of, you know, of creativity, like, such as Snow the Product, Azealia Banks, or even Iggy.
I think they're all amazing, especially as artists and as individuals, you know, because like it takes a lot to be creative in your own right, and to aside from like obvious trends, but to avoid like sounding like other people, which is good. Iggy's one of my favorite ever, you know, so like it's cool.
Okay, good. And I know that you had a tough childhood, you know, in your past due to some privation in your education. Do you feel like music, free yourself, it's like a kind of freedom thanks to music, or?
Yeah, definitely. It's cathartic. It's all hell, man. So like I've like put myself into music. I've thrown my demons away there, and ultimately I've become a better and like genuinely more happy person because of it. And there's like nothing else I owe that to.
Okay. Good. And you released your LP, Dirty Gold, in January in the US, with singles such as Battle Cry, Echelon, or even Tribe Called Red, which was one of my favorites for me. Do you really satisfied of the result? How do you feel about now?
Definitely great. Battle Cry is B-listed at radio. It's going to radio in America in a few weeks, and it's just like moving, so I'm happy about it, to be honest. It charted the first time this week, and I'm just like stoked, so yeah. It's
like a kind of dream.
Yeah, definitely a dream come true.
Okay, good. You know that Paris is the fashion capital, you know. We've seen you in Fashion Week, you know, recently in January, modeling for Givenchy. Do you think it's like a kind of passion, or it's just for fun?
I think fashion is really important to me because it's who you are inwardly displayed outwardly. And I think it's very important to take care of oneself and to present oneself in a orderly fashion, I suppose. Fashion is definitely a passion of mine. It's not something that I want to work in. Like, I don't want to start my own clothing line or anything, because like I'm far too lazy for that and I have no time.
Because I'm thinking about it in my mind.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into that area that like I'm not prepared to do. I would just stick to music and wearing really nice clothes. But yeah, fashion is definitely something I'm passionate about.
Okay, and what do you think about, you know, the link between fashion and rap? We got so many examples, such as A$AP Rocky right now. I know that you're modeling for DKNY as well in New York. Yeah. What do you think about this close link? Is modern culture for you?
I love it. I think it's cool. I think the expressionism in hip hop has changed, obviously, because fashion was never a thing there before, and now it is. And I think it's inspiring more people to dress nicely. So there's a win there. So yeah.
Okay, good. And I heard in a French radio without called it a remix of Papaoutai with the Belgian artist Stromae. He's a big star in France, you know. Why this collaboration, sorry, and why this artist? Simply.
Actually, we were in the same studio working, and one of his representatives came over to me and was like, Stromae wants you on his song. And I was like, who is that? And then they played the song for me, and I immediately fell in love with it. And then obviously went on to fall in love with more of his work, but then we just collaborated on it. I think he'd heard of me because I did something with Woodkid, another Belgian, like French guy. And he's amazing as well. So those are both cool guys.
Okay. So what is your next project, you know, for...
Oh, dude, I've been working diligently in the studio since I've gotten off tour, and you know, I'm just like singing a lot more, going back to what I started with, and just having fun with it. To be honest.
Okay. For the sing part, so back to the basic for this one. Okay. So have you got any message for French, fans or followers?
Yeah. Dirty Gold is out. Battle Cry is out. And if you choose, thank you for supporting me. It always means the world, no matter what.